to try a C set first, just to get the flavour for the raid. I'm going to take the Revenge and Rhino fleet out, and going to have a look, see what I can find. I'm going to take them out without a crew first, because you know the C set should be doable by players at level 40 or so. And just check the raid modal and make sure that things are as expected. And this lag is absolutely unbelievable. Kixeye have done their usual trick. They've failed to provide enough servers or bandwidth to cope with the opening hours of the raid. Right, so a C set is a 40, a 43 and a 47. And trying to select, it just doesn't work. So there you are, there's your first glitch of the raid. We can't select the set that we want within the raid modal. So I'm going to have to do this the old-fashioned manual way, hunt around by eyeball, try and find something, and there's not going to be many of them about. I really want to do these in sequence for you guys, just to show the way that they ramp up. There we are, there's a level 40. I'll bring my fleet across here. We'll come in from about the 7 o'clock position, see how that looks. Okay, here we go. Let's see what they're like. Somebody in chat, that sector chat there, is saying that the 40s are easy. Let's hope so. I know that he's got some seriously powerful fleets compared to me. We'll find out in a moment. So select all the ships, tell them to stand still. In fact, we'll bring them back out from the target, give us a chance to have a look at it. Right, so we've got 2 ships in there, 3 ships in there, and a turret. So we'll see if we can get them to kite. You notice that the Revengers I've got are seriously faster than the Rhinos. That's to be expected. I haven't got heavy plate on them yet. If I was to put heavy plate on them, it would bring their speed down to somewhere close to what the Rhinos have got. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to bring them in incrementally. Let the Rhinos get a few shots at that dock. Right, so I'll take one Revenge in to try and kite this guy out. The Revenge does have an awful turning circle, so I want to get it back out as fast as possible. Just hold him there for a moment. Let the Rhinos do their work. And bring him back around here to get this other one. That should do. And just bring them all in there to take that one. So there we are, that's the first 40 done, and that's my first points of the event, 750. Thank you for the insult, Kixeye. This really is awful, and if I end up having to grind the C set, this is going to be one very long raid. At which point, of course, I'll just go and play something else. Kixeye seem to be incapable of thinking that any player might want to do that. So, let's just see, have they got the... Yeah, they have. C sets. There's no 43s on the map. Great. At least there's none on the map near to where I am now, so let's just bring my revs down. See if we can find some down in this area. It's an 80, it's a 61, 61, 65. Well, there's a 47. If all else fails, we'll go and do that one. I'd like to find a 43 for you. I can't see one. So we'll get that 47 while there's one available. And let's have a look at what's involved in that one. Oh, the one thing we forgot to do was check the damage. So let's have a quick look. How much damage did I get in the 40? 7 minutes. Could have been worse. So let's try this 47. Anything immediately under me there? Yep. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn the rhinos away. Move that revenge in there. Move the rhinos away. And then we'll bring that second revenge up to here. We'll go anti-clockwise round it. Stay away from that one that's coming to chase us. We'll change the lead, put the revenge in first. Means we might get instant repairs when we go back to the garage. We'll just stop them all there. Just bring the rhinos forward a little bit. Bring that rhino over there. Probably need to support them a little bit just to keep the... That's it. And then we'll go get that turret. That's a little bit better. 1575 points for the 47. And total repair is now 15 minutes, but it's spread between the two ships, so I can actually save a coin as it stands at the moment. See if we can find a 43. No targets. It just shows you what this raid is all about. Everybody's trying the seas. Let's have a... There we are. There's a 43. That'll do me. Excuse me. I've seen... We're in the 300s sector, so we're the fourth server, sorry, to start the raid, but I've already seen lots of comments in the forums saying that there just are not enough C sets spawning because everybody's going for them, because everything else is just too difficult. Well, we'll find out after we've done a C set. I'll record doing a B set and we'll just see what they are like. So this is the 43. It's out of sequence, but it's the third target in the C set. So we want the C set does seem easy enough. Oh, nice bit of retargeting there. Took out that third ship without having to go and kite it. Thank you. I'll accept results like that. They make me very happy during a raid. Okay, 1150 for that. Well, there's my 35,000 bonus. So I got 3,475 for doing a C set. Then the bonus. Which, you know, I guess that's to be expected in a way, because I'm a level 88 player hitting a C set. What was the total damage? And this will probably drop as time goes by while I figure out how to enter. 22 minutes spread across two ships. Looks like one's about 5 minutes, one's about 15 minutes. Do an instant repair for 1 coin. Nah. Let's recall the fleet, empty the res, and then I'll record doing a B set for you all. Okay, so welcome back. We're going to do the B set now. And what I've done is I've removed the Revengers from this fleet, and I've put in a pair of Kodiaks, mainly because they've been buffed with some corrosive defense and a bit of extra speed, so they're now only 2 mile per hour or kilometers per hour slower than the Rhinos. Their turn speed is again only 4 slower than the Rhinos, and what I'm wanting to do is I'm wanting to use these 2 Kodiaks as the tanks in the B set, and I'll actually separate them. What I'm looking to do is to divide the fire that's incoming towards the fleet, and the Rhinos will shoot over the top of them and knock down the ships. Let's see how that goes. Okay, so first, nice and convenient, there's a level 60 right next to my base. Let's go get him. And because we're learning these layouts on the fly, and we don't know where everything is, I'm just going to stop the fleet in its tracks, arrow up, arrow down, and have a look at what we've got in here. Now, I have a feeling that once we get within a certain range, these 2 heavy cruisers will automatically chase after me, whereas these ones we'll have to kite them out one by one. So first things first, let's get the Kodiaks in front of the Rhinos. Select the whole fleet. We'll move them into here. See if we can tempt one of those Zoes out. Now the Rhinos are catching them up, so I'm going to stop the fleet, and I'm going to bring the Rhinos in individually. We'll bring one round that side, and we'll bring the other one to there. That should be close. Yeah, that's close enough to trigger them. And this Rhino is going to get into trouble, so we'll bring him back. You notice I've got torrents on the Rhinos. long ways. Come on, rhinos, start shooting. There we go. We may well have to bring the whole fleet back here. I think I screwed up a little bit there. Yep, absolutely. So, see if we can get rid of that heavy cruiser without too much damage. Ouch. Right, we've got to get rid of those torpedo towers. Now, I'm hoping that there will be enough space up the right side of the map for the rhinos to get round the outside of this little island. And then they can park here, safe from the torpedoes, shoot over the top and take it. Then come around, take these two turrets, and then from here shoot that torpedo tower. That's the plan. We'll see what happens. Now, I've taken a lot more damage there than I should have because I messed up with the Kodiaks. I'm not used to using them with the rhinos, and I've got a feeling that's going to take a bit of practice. Tum-ti-tum-ti-tum-ti-tum. I could have just retreated and come in from a different angle, of course. Probably have been the smart move. But I'm almost there now, so I might as well persist with it. Just hope that doesn't trigger a torpedo at me. Find out in a moment. And the turrets have started shooting, so I'm going to send one rhino forward. Use it as a tank against these two turrets. No point all three of them taking damage. And then bring a nice little bit of retargeting, weaken that turret, bring them into there and stop them. Maybe bring them a bit further forward. That's it. Right. So that's the level 60 done. Or is it? It's not completing. Oh, we've still got this building here to get, of course. Forgot all about that. There we are. That should give us it. Yep. Right, so for the level 60, how many points do we get? 14,700-ish, which is significantly more than doing the entire C set. And if I'd driven right, I don't think I would have taken any more damage than I did in the C set. In fact, it's possible that the Revengers would work in there, and I'm being a little bit too cautious by using the Kodiaks. So, if I repair that, 10 minutes over the 5 coins. I'm not going to coin that 10 minutes. I'm going to send them back. from the dock. Okay, so here we are back out on the map to do the level 61. This time I've taken the Kodiaks and I've put the Revengers back in because I want to see if they can stand up to the damage that's going to come off these defense fleets. I need to figure out at what level corrosion comes into play. And I've got a feeling it's been overplayed about the corrosion on the test server. Just a suspicion. Nothing I've seen so far proves that it's there. So what I want to do is I want to kite out those fleets, but I think I may well try and get rid of those turrets before I do it. And the easiest way to do that is going to be to position the rhinos over here and then send the Revengers in and just do it like this. You can see the Revengers are taking some damage off those turrets, which means that it's very possible that they are squirting out some sort of corrosion. Right, now that's my most experienced Revenge, so I'm going to leave him there, and I'm going to use the other one to go kite this fleet. And you notice that there is a torpedo tower sitting here, so I don't want to be anywhere near him. And we'll just stop them there. This is going to hurt. I have to move him back. Oops. Stop. I have to move him back because he's getting hit before the rhinos can open fire. I think we'll take him and we'll park him there. We'll take him, we'll park him there, and the rhinos will move into here. We want them to try and get that torpedo tower. That'll do, mate. And then once the torpedo tower's down, we can just send him in to make sure that the rest of the base goes. $13,500 points for that one. What's the total repair bill on that? Again, just over the hour. And you notice there's a bit of damage on the rhinos. This one's probably quite near an instant repair. So once again, I'm going to save a coin and I'm going to recall the fleet. Okay, so we're about to do the 65. Again, Revengers and Rhinos. Let's see what we get. And it looks like coming in at 7 o'clock is the right angle on these, because it always looks like there's nothing particularly close to them. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go down here a bit, try and stay out of range of those turrets, and kite out that fleet. first rank rhino there, and I'll use the other one to go kite them out. Use this one because he's got a bit more turn speed due to his rank. Should let him get out of the way of them. Oh, he's going to take a fair battering on his way out. Come on, rhinos, start shooting. We'll bring him round to the back, out of the way. Push the other one forward a little. They're using scatter guns on the heavy cruisers. And I think I'm going to have to take them out and repair them before I can do the rest of this. Although I might well be able to get rid of these two turrets and that torpedo tower. Let's just give it a go. I might have enough left in the Revengers to do that. And if we can get the rhinos to stop so that their range is covering those towers without triggering the fleets. Bring the other Revenge up, give a bit of anti-missile support to the first one. And we're going to have to use that one to get in there. Bring the rhinos up to about there. Oh crap, we've triggered the fleets. Run away. I have to try it this way. That Revenge is going to die, but hopefully the rhinos will start shooting. And that was expensive. And not even half of it done. So I'm going to just instant repair on the map. I don't want somebody stealing this when I've taken half of it out. Definitely need a higher turn speed lead ship, and one that can stand up to the weapons, which look like blade missiles of some sort on these Zoes. Very surprised the Revengers are not standing up to it. Yeah, well, it's past the 15 minutes on the coin, so I'll make use of it. So decisions. Do I go around this side, get rid of this solo ship first, or do I go up here and try to get rid of these pair so that I can get at the turrets and take out the torpedo tower from behind? You know what? I think I'll go this way. I'm going to try something a little bit different here. So that's my first revenge. I'll move him there. The second one I'm going to leave. And I'll move 3 rhinos up there. Make that first revenge park just a little bit closer to that fleet. What I'm going to do with this one, I'm going to take him in a flatter angle past that fleet so I can pull him out quicker. Now, the rhino ranges go to there. This revenge could probably do with being a bit more there. And what we're going to do is we're going to run this fleet past there to kite that one out. As soon as he triggers, we'll pull him back behind the rhinos. Oh, and all 3 of them have triggered. Come on, rhinos, start shooting. What the hell is wrong with those rhinos? He was well within their range there. So, bring this one over to here. Yeah. And we'll move him forward. Get those rhinos shooting earlier. Now we'll bring this one forward. Great. So now we've got to use one of the rhinos as a tank. So we're going to have to go up this way. You know, there's a lot of things in this raid that just don't feel right. The rhinos should have been triggering their remote targeting a lot sooner in that last little bit of the battle. If they are using standard blades on their Zoes, then the penetrative resist and deflection and everything else that I've got on the Revengers, they should be surviving a lot longer. And you know, I think they've put penetrative defense bypass and all sorts on these fleets. I think they've pulled a lot of nasties on us in this raid, either purely and simply to get us to coin, which is what the corporate answer would be, or, you know, maybe they are trying to close this game down, because they've certainly removed the fun from it in this event. And, you know, they slashed the points on the C and B sets by over 50% compared to last month. And they're not doing anybody any favours, let alone themselves. So I'm going to send one rhino ahead. I'm going to bring the other 2 up to use remote targeting. even those sentinel missiles are doing silly damage. So keep forgetting about the last building. So, there's just something not right in this raid. Something about the damage maths, um, the ranges. I don't know what Arkic's Eye up to with it. It's really not what I hope for from a raid, but I suppose in a way it's what we should expect from them. Yeah, well, right, we've got a 67 to do. I'm going to have to go back and repair this. Yeah, I'm not going to coin that 8 minutes. So, again, I'll see you shortly. Okay, right, so I've just spent a pointless 10 minutes trying to find a level 63 target, and this time round there aren't any, as has been pointed out to me in chat. So, 60, 61, 65 and 67 are all that we need for the B set. Thank God for that. So, let's have a look at this mega ship and see what's going to happen in here. And I'm not holding out any hopes for completing this cheaply after doing that 65. I've put a crew on this time because I'm going to need that turn speed and evade that they give me. I should have used it in the 65 as well, but we live and learn. Right, so what have we got? Right, so there's that there. Right, they're shooting missiles out randomly. Presume that's just to try and scare us. So let's send this revenge into here and try and get it out before the ship starts throwing missiles at it. I need to kite out those ships. We don't know where we're in the red zone, obviously. No, we're not. Let's make use of that yellow zone to kite them out. They're not kiting. My God, can you believe that? So, okay. I can play that game too. Let's bring those rhinos in right on the edge of the yellow zone, probably to there. And are those covering him yet? Yes, just. So I'll send a single revenge in to start shooting at him. Now he moves. And we'll bring them back out. We'll try and get away from the mega ship's missiles. And that crew's turn bonus is certainly helping. Not so sure about the evade though. Just move those rhinos out of the way. And we'll bring the whole fleet away. Keep it on the move. but it'd be nice to get rid of this southern set of turrets here. So we'll bring them round. Now, these look like rocket turrets, but I have a horrible feeling that they're not, and that it's another one of Kixeye's little tricks in this raid. We'll send that revenge to the back out the way. He's well battered. And we'll send that one after that turret. Yeah, the rhinos are just in range now. Yeah, see, it's a scattergun turret, it's not a rocket turret. And I so wish that I had blades on these rhinos to kill these turrets faster. Right, so the rhinos need to move in to there. And he needs to go after that. Come on, move. Get after that. Just let the retargeting weaken down that turret. And do a bit of this. And then we'll bring all of them out. Come on. Respond. See? The lag, because Kixeye refused to get sufficient bandwidth and server power, costs us a fortune every raid. I really am getting sick to death of these guys. We'll see if we can kite some more of those ships out. We really want to go in under the yellow sector. We don't want to get involved with the red sector on the megaships missiles. So I'm going to push that into there. Try and pull some of those ships out. There we go. Come on, Rhino. Wakey, wakey. Come on, Rhinos, shoot! We have to sacrifice the other revenge to get the retargeting. Right. You know, this is a nonsense. I've killed 6 ships and 3 turrets. And my Revengers are dead, my Rhinos are hurt. And the best I can hope for now from the Rhinos is to finish off these 4 turrets that I've isolated. When I come back, if I come back in from the west, I might get these 4, and I might be able to then leaves me in a position of needing to kite those other ships so that I can get at the mega hull. And this is going to cost me quite a few coins to get this one done. And you know what? I think after I've finished making this video, it's going to be a case of, that's it, raid over, not playing this game. Kixeye, you are being retarded. So we'll just send a rhino in to allow the other two to retarget. We'll send in the least damaged one. Take all three now and we'll move it in to there. Stop them while they do that one. And look at this missile stream coming off this ship. I mean, come on, Kixeye. This is a B set target. This is meant to be players level 50 to 70 doing this, and you're just being so dumbassed. It is just totally unreal. Right, which one's least damaged? He is. Right, so we'll send him after that. And we'll send the other two. Oh, look at this. These bloody ice patches. I'm going to have to go sit over here now until those ice patches melt. Come on, move yourself. Right. Let's bring them down this way a bit. No, I think Kixeye have definitely jumped to the shark on this one. And I know it's the first evening of the raid, and that quite often something happens on day 2 of the raid which makes things either easier or more rewarding. But the honest truth is, unless they massively nerf these B sets and put the points back to what they were last month, I really don't see how anybody in the level 50s through to 80 even are going to get the prizes without literally remortgaging their house. It's the only way that anybody is going to get through this raid. So I've still got 14 guard ships to get through, and I've still got 2 islands of turrets to get through. It's getting very close to a nah, give up. Don't even bother trying to complete this one. I'll catch you in a few minutes when I've repaired. Okay, so I'm back in. I've managed to take that dock thing out, and I'm now trying to figure out the best way to get at these turrets, because every time I send a ship anywhere near them, the mega hull is trying to shoot me and trying to nibble the edge of the map here. All the time I'm getting this full screen thing popping up, which is blocking me from targeting the turrets. Is that deliberate? Is that part of KixEye's working as intended programming? I don't know. Let's just say that it feels like it, because it's so frustrating that I can't get my ships to go exactly where I want them. And it would not surprise me if that was a deliberate move from KixEye, because everything about this raid is screaming, fuck you, I mean, you know, if you look at it, when that yellow targeting thing from the megaship flashes up, my rhinos are outside it, but they're still getting targeted. And that's just not on. And, you know, I've lost one revenge already, just trying to get close enough to these turrets to actually shoot them. This hull, last month, was, you know, it was billed for base destruction, and I know this is supposed to be a skirmish raid, not a skirmish, an assault raid, but they should not be getting trashed this easily in targets like these. It makes me think that the targets in here have been not just deliberately built to negate the revenge, but have been deliberately super buffed to ensure that you don't use them. And KixEye, you know, I don't care what you do, I'm going to use these revenges. They cost me a lot of coins to get last month. I want value out of them. I want to use them in the raid. The repair time on them is half the repair of even a Kodiak. So, you know, screw you. And at this point, I am seriously thinking, screw your raid. Because if I go back out onto the world map, I started this raid with 48 coins. And right now, for under 150,000 points total, I've got 11 coins left, so I've spent 37 coins so far to get, you know, under 150,000 points. And if I just bring my rhinos out where I can see them, current repair on them is another 9 coins. So that's going to leave me with 2 from 40. That's 46 coins I will have spent to get less than 150,000 points. KixEye, you are utterly fucking... You have completely and utterly killed your own game. And you know what? I'm just going to call it quits there. I'm not even going to finish that target, that level 67. I'm just going to quit the game and I'm going to go play something else for the weekend. That's it. Sorry folks, I know you were hoping to see me kill it. I know you wanted to find a way to kill it, but this is absolutely head and shoulders my best fleet above anything else that's in my garage, in my dock rather, and this fleet can't do it. So I'm going to go and vent on the forums. I'm going to put in support tickets and Christ knows what else. I'm going to bog Kixeye down. I'm going to make them earn those 46 coins that I've spent in support costs, because this is absolutely, utterly ridiculous. It's worse than the Scourge fleet in 2015, which also made me give the game up for a full year. Kixeye, you never learn, and Will Harbin, you need the sack. Sorry folks, sorry for raging and venting, it's how I feel. Bye.